Hey Google, home defense.
What's up, guys? Eric here. I wanted to do a bear with me session because I didn't get the live. I wanted to do like a Facebook Live one when I got in last night. I didn't get in until a lot later than expected thanks to some traffic difficulties. So, like, I owe you guys quite a few. I have one recorded already. I just gotta, get it off the camera, put it on the computer, publish it and all that. But, since I'm not going to be able to do a live, or maybe I'll do a live later, or I'll just rip this one off there, or maybe I'll make up a different one or something. I wanted to get this video made while it was fresh in my mind and just talk through some stuff, and that way it can start the conversation, get it out there as soon as I can, which is why I wanted to do it on a live. Maybe I'll just do it live anyway, I don't know. But I wanted to get this one out there. So, and also, as you can see, I'm a little bit more dressed up than you've seen me to date. So I am officially a big boy again. I have a job. So yay me. Outside of my business and teaching you great folk, but I have an actual day job now. So anyway, bear with me. What I want to talk about is a question that a lot of people seem to have, and it's a great question, and I wish more people would ask me this question, and a lot less people would just go out there and rush into things. And I enjoy people doing their own research and stuff. That's good. If you make informed decisions, then great. But a lot of people research and then they see people on forums bashing things and talking about things, and not everything on a forum is correct. Not everything on the internet is correct. A lot of it's opinionated. A lot of it's not going to work for you. So I love research, but unless your research takes place at a gun range with real firearms and shooting, I don't think it's great research. You can read all day, but I lucked into the last gun I bought. Like, I did read a lot about it. I never got to shoot one before it because it's kind of hard to get. It's a rare-ish gun right now. That's that War Poet, and it worked flawlessly, fit perfectly. Luckily it comes with 3 backstops, so there's a lot more wiggle room there. But I never got to actually go shoot one. So, most every other gun that I've bought, I've handled, or I've built from parts that I've handled. So, just this, if you can't tell where this conversation is going, the question is, where do I start? How do I start? What do I do? I want to get into firearms or handguns or, home defense specifically, whatever. So, where do you start? What do you do? Ask questions to someone that is knowledgeable and knows the subject and is, responsible and respectful in that subject. So, obviously we're talking about firearms. You don't want to go talk to felons. I mean, they might know something about guns, but I wouldn't necessarily start there. I gotta get out of this guy's way. He's kind of annoying. Bear with me. There we go. So, anyway, start talking. That's the first part. Talk to someone. Make sure it is something you want to go down. Talk to someone that has used firearms and see if that's a responsibility that you want for yourself. Owning a firearm, any type of firearm, is a huge responsibility. It, especially if you don't live alone. If you live alone, it's a little bit less of a responsibility you have to worry about. I mean, it's still a great responsibility, but if you live alone, you lock your gun up and it just stays in a safe somewhere in your house, then that's easy. If you don't live alone and you leave it locked up somewhere in your house, those other people might try to get it, especially kids. Kids are curious. They like things. They like to get into things that they're not supposed to get into. When you say the no word, a lot of kids are like, now I'm going to go try and figure that out. Liquor cabinets, from way in the old days when we actually had liquor cabinets and people locked that shit up. Kids would try to break into it. There's a lot of people out there that it's not even a malicious intent kind of thing. They just like to break into things. I'm a lockpick. I pick locks. That's some of what I do. I enjoy it. You know, a lot of people have curious minds. People make livings of going around and assessing buildings to make sure they're secure because they enjoy trying to get into places. So, you know, it's a big responsibility. A lot of these things that you've seen in the news and stuff, not all of them got their gun, you know, bought it or whatever. A lot of them, you know, borrowed it, stole it, found it. These things happen. That is really warm water. So talk to people. Make sure it's what you want to do. Next step, probably I would say find someone that is knowledgeable and willing to work with you. Like a trainer or something, a consultant, an instructor, a buddy that shoots guns that you would trust to teach you and knows how to teach. There's a lot of differences in that. Just FYI. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going out back and, you know, popping off some rounds with your buddy. If it's legal and you guys know what you're doing, you're being safe, by all means. I mean, that's where a lot of people have learned. It's where I learned, in a fucking field somewhere with a shotgun. Like, that was my introduction to firearms. But you want to knock that piece out relatively early. You don't want to be like, oh, well, I'm ready to have a gun and I don't know where I'm going to go do anything with it or who can help me with that. That's kind of a big step. I would not rush into purchasing a firearm. That is like a last step. You can get training and all of that before you get a firearm. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn like, hey, come spend some money and train with me. It just makes sense. You want to experience it. You can rent firearms. You can borrow firearms. And a lot of instructors have firearms. A lot of ranges have firearms that you can shoot. You definitely want to shoot one before you buy one, because if you buy one and it doesn't fit, you can't shoot it well, you're not going to want it. But more importantly, if you shoot it and you're like, holy shit, I don't want to do this anymore, that was the worst experience of my life, now you're stuck with a gun that you got to try and get rid of, you're not going to get your money back on it, and you could have just saved yourself the hassle of the paperwork and all the other stuff that comes into it, and shot one first somewhere and either worked through it and figured it out, or just said, you know what, gun ownership is not for me, I'm just going to go back to doing my own thing, which is perfectly fine. We all have the right to bear arms. Doesn't mean we have to. I respect you if you do not want to own firearms. That is fine by me. I will buy more in your name. So anyway, in my name, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not going to do any illegal shit and straw purchases. That's not going to happen. But when you find someone, you know, go get some good training. Take an entry class. You don't have to spend a ton of money. Have someone come over, wink, wink, this guy, and give you a short introductory class on just the basics of firearms. Like, I could do an hour-long class and come over and talk to you about pistols, shotguns, or rifles, or all of them. I have them split up into different classes, though, so we can figure out how you want to do it. If you want to do all of them, it'll be a little bit more than an hour, I assume, because each of them is an hour class, but they all cover similar material except firearm itself, obviously. You guys aren't dumb, that makes sense. But anyway, do a short class, learn a little bit about it, watch some YouTube videos. There's great instructional, that's the word I'm looking for. I've been driving a lot, I'm tired. Instructional videos that explain how guns work and what they do. Find one, learn something, it's pretty cool, it's good knowledge. And then if you're ready and you can find someone that will go out with you and you want help, take someone out with you, go shopping, feel some guns, see how they fit in your hands, hopefully find a range that has the one you're considering, and then go shoot the options that you like. When my brother got his first firearm, we went to a range and he had quite a few that he wanted to try, and like all but 2 of them I think the range had. So he shot all of them. Was like, you know what, I'm glad that I did this, because the gun that I would have purchased is probably not the one I'm purchasing after doing this. So he went in like thinking, hey, I'm gonna get this. I think he wanted one of the what was it? It's like a stubby revolver can't remember which one it was. That's gonna bug me. But he wanted like a revolver type, an LCR, I think, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. And he ended up with M&P Shield. So, you know, whatever. And that's his carry gun now. So, you know, it definitely, shooting the firearm makes a lot of sense. And you can't really know that that's the firearm you want unless you shoot it. If you don't shoot it well and you're getting it specifically for home defense or personal defense, it's not going to do much for you if you can't shoot it. It all comes down to what's called defensive accuracy. And if you can't be defensively accurate, we're not even talking about marksmanship or, you know, precision. We're talking about this thing called defensive accuracy, which is, you know, shooting someone in the box that hopefully neutralizes them and slows down the threat. Then that gun is pointless. You might as well have a flashlight that you can shine at them and try to blind them and whack them with. Like, that's way more efficient than a gun that, you might scare them. That has it, but, you know, outside of that psychological effect, if you can't put rounds on target, it's pointless, so shoot the gun. After that, your journey is not done. Hey, cool, you own a firearm. That's great. If you're going to carry it, you're going to need to do whatever your state requires. In Ohio, you've got to take a CCW course. So if you're in Ohio and watching me, yeah, you're going to need that. You got to find somewhere to do that. There are online ones. Don't do it. Just don't. It's a mess. I will work with you. If you can't, if for whatever reason, you know, times are hard or whatever, we can figure something out. I'm here for you guys. Like, I want you to get a good education and be responsibly armed. Money is not what I'm here for. I do like money. I really do. But I'm not here to make a killing off of this. I started this to make a difference, and that's what I'm doing. If I make it doing this, that's great. I would love my life, but I have a day job. So yeah, that's why I have a day job. I'm doing this to help people. I'm not doing it to make a killing. So, but dude, definitely keep me in mind if you want your CCW. Anyway, CCW, boom. Are we done? No, we're not. We are not done. Not even a little bit. After you get your CCW, you need to keep shooting. Hey, bet y'all knew that was coming. I don't care if you shoot with me, you shoot with another instructor, you shoot by yourself. If you can shoot safely and know what you're doing after your CCW course, because you had an awesome CCW course and your instructor just, man, made you like John Wick, you gotta keep shooting, because John Wick can't stay John Wick unless he practices. You will, if you are a shooter and you've ever stopped shooting for any period of time, you will come back to it and you will realize, holy cow, this is a skill that is perishable. So shoot, you have to shoot. You have to continuously learn new things. You know, dry fire at home. Get some snap caps if you have a, you know, striker fired or any pistol. I mean, they make them for lots of things now, even shotguns. Weird. But no, get some snap caps, training caps, laser caps, whatever behooves you, and do some dry fire practice at home. If you're going to carry and you're carrying concealed from a holster, learn how to efficiently draw from the holster and present your firearm to the threat, and then practice. It needs to be automated. I can't remember. There's a difference between the two, and it's a big point in the last class, but my brain is like, anyway. You got to keep training it. You got to learn it. You got to be super comfortable and familiar with it, and keep learning new skills, learn new styles of shooting. You know, eventually if you're up to it and want to, do some more combat style shooting or precision marksmanship. You know, you don't have to have a long gun to shoot precision. Long guns just shoot longer distances. You can still shoot precision. Try shooting, you know, moving back a little bit and shooting farther targets, or shooting smaller targets at the same range you're used to. You know, if you can hit a 6-inch square on a target at 7 yards, try to shoot like, I don't know, a $50 size target. See if you nail that guy. just keep working your way down until you find something you can't hit, and then now you know where your limits are. Shoot faster. If you're gonna have to put multiple rounds on, learn how to shoot faster and manage recoil. The journey doesn't stop when you buy a gun and get a CCW. That's not even really the beginning. There's work before that. But a lot of people don't understand that this isn't just, oh, I'm gonna go buy a gun. Oh, cool, I got my license to carry, and I'm done. I'm John Wick now. Yay, me, I can save all of the people. As one of my instructors would say, hey, I'm Sean Man. Woo. No, that doesn't happen. You're not like some superhero going out to get the bad guys now. Like, that's not how it works. If you feel that way, we can have a discussion if you would like to, and I will explain to you why. But, yeah, so, I think that's really it. That nails all the points. The training doesn't end. I mean, just, you're always getting training. Either you're practicing yourself or you're going to training events with people and instructors and things. It doesn't always have to be you going to a course. That you can go practice somewhere safely at a range by yourself, as long as you know what's effective training, so you're not just wasting your time and money putting rounds downrange. But talk to someone and ask them. Like, I'm sure a lot of instructors, especially if you've been to their courses and stuff before, would be like, yeah, man, I'll gladly help you out with like some drills that you can go work out on your own. And if you want some one-on-one coaching, then yeah, I'll come help. If you don't, then here's your own, and have fun. Ooh, 70 is gross. So I think that's all I got for now, guys. I might do this as a live piece. Definitely comment, questions, call, whatever. Just text, email, call me. We can do whatever we need to and get you squared away, man. I want you guys to be safe, responsible, law-abiding, awesomely trained individuals, and carry your weapons. So, let's do it. Stay safe. See you guys.